Welcome everyone to a video dedicated to Nami. She's an all-round support with a great spell kit featuring sustain, peel and utility, and she's really enjoyable to play. Now as of late there's been occasions in game where I felt rather ineffective as support, and whether it's like all of the changes that are against us or perhaps just the standard of the gaming, that's how I felt. So it's quite refreshing to have some success on a champion that's slipped away from me. I wouldn't rave about trying to steal the dragon with her though, the chances of that are pretty slim. So yeah guys, Nami is a very dynamic champion. Her spell kit, loadout and playstyle can be applied both offensively and defensively to influence your games differently. Similar supports could be identified as Lulu, Janna or Soraka in terms of general playstyle, and the previous videos that I've made on Nami have really explored the different approaches with her in the comments section. So those players who like to play her offensively, they use W alongside E to poke enemies down and slow them and engage with the Q. And a big tip for any players who need to improve, Nami's cookie cutting spell is her Q, and it's much easier to hit if your enemy's slowed, so make sure you get the E stack onto them before you try and cast the spell. Now if you choose to max E first and rely on your ally to auto attack, or W because you require more sustain or just have a tough matchup, you need to land the bubbles and choose the right time to utilise your ultimate to be the most effective in team fights. A little practice and these bubbles can really start to impress you, let alone your teammates. And after looking back at so many clips, different things I would strive to attempt in the future is predicting and throwing Q down earlier where the enemies might end up, such as preventing the old Lee Sin swift skills which result in your carry practically becoming disintegrated. And of course some predictions are easier to make than others, and with practice, the potential with Q is unbelievable. Now if you're having a tough laning phase, max out W first as I said before, but then what? If you're forced to play defensively because you're against the likes of Thresh, Nautilus or Braum, your sustain may win you the lane over time if you do it right, but achieving kills is difficult. So my skill order is not very static, and it kind of always reflects my enemies and the situation within the game as it unfolds. The first 3 levels are pretty dynamic as well. I take Q if I'm going to invade, or E if I feel we have the range advantage before W, or vice versa if I want the sustain and the poke from that instead. And items are pretty much where the fun is at the moment. You need to take cooldown reduction, mana regeneration and survivability. A big weakness with Nami is her lack of mobility, so if you're caught out of position, you pretty much always burn flash to survive, as you are also very squishy. So the items that I would recommend would be like Redemption, Locket of the Iron Solari and Ardent Censer can become your best friends, although Mika's Crucible, Ryla's Crystal Scepter and the Zrot Portal or the Zeke's Harbinger can also be considered. I usually upgrade into the blue Sightstone for an additional item slot later, although if I need the mobility and I'm forced into a static bot lane, I might consider the coin. And boots always reflect on the game. I opt in for the mobility when I can, otherwise I take the Defiance for the slow or the crowd control as well. Now over time I've found myself becoming much better each game at responding to the different situations effectively and resulting in the teamfights being won and further objectives sought. So I'm going to throw down a lot more games as Nami and try and find areas to expand on specifically, like I did with the video on utilising her E a while ago. So go and try her out, let me know how you guys get on, and if you have any questions drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video, good fight and good night.